I realized that this lady in this Cadillac that looks similar to the one that Bubba Riley had, he might have went ahead and sold his gray one by now and got rid of it. See there, I knew they was starting to gain stock in the dark gray looking cars because he had one. That just like I didn't realize my family had a red and a blue car. They sold them that just to gain stock. If my family wasn't involved, which I know they was, if they weren't involved, the gain stockers sold my family specifically from Royal Moore Buick off of TV Highway where that Shell station is across, or it might be a 76. I think it's a Shell station though. Her license plate is 317EWH. And this woman, she was just sitting there the whole time. I mean, this man, it was a black man. He was just sitting there, and then he had looked in there. He was just sitting there for the longest. He didn't even, if he did get gas, I saw him get out the car at one point, and he just sat there for the longest. And then I got out the car finally. He was just sitting there though, like, and he had dreads pulled up. Basically, he looked like a gay ass nigga, like one of the messy gay niggas that if they do deal with a woman, if they know the woman can't pick up that they're gay, they deal with her and use her and treat her like shit when they really like getting bust in the ass or busting other niggas in the booty. And they just look stank. Some I can't explain it. It's spiritual stankness. I'm sorry. But he was just standing there looking at my ass. I'm like, nigga, you could have been had your ass gone. But it's like they want to look crazy when you stand there. Because there was this black man that was in the Audi not too long ago that was just in a silver or gray Audi that's parked where that Nissan is parked over there. And it was a black man. He was like, how you doing? I said, how you doing? And I was peaceful with him. Some of these people, when they roll up and they say stuff like that, it's because they already know who you are, but you don't know who they are. Because they've been watching you and they know somebody who's been watching you. But anyways, so he getting in his car now. Bro, if you say this video in the future, I'm the one who said what's up to you in the store when I walked when you saw this knife in my shirt. I have a knife clipped onto my shirt. So it's not like a weapon that you can't see. You see I'm ready. And I know motherfuckers got a gun out there, but I ain't afraid. But anyways, the dude was just sitting there in that Cadillac. As soon as it's like he felt that I was finna get my phone. Then that's when he wanted to turn his lights on and get gone. But he was sitting there for a good while. And I ain't paying no attention to it at first because I was minding my own business. But then I recognized that this man been just sitting there for I don't know how long. Just sitting there. That's it. Just sitting there. He already got gas and everything. Then he wanted to stare at me because there was this dude, like I was about to say, that was in a Audi. And I didn't like his attitude, his personality, because you know how some of these niggas is up here when they see a black woman, they be acting like they better than her, and then they'll try to go with somebody who's a non-black woman, and if they finally get one of those non-black women to accept them, they really feel like they on their A game, like they on top of the world, like they better than any other black bitch that they run into, because they hate black bitches, and someone wish they was a black bitch, if you ask me. So anyways, I just I turned my back and I stood there in the middle, kind of like in front of that, in between where you can see the door and the gas pump. And this is the same gas station where Anthony was at, not my baby dad Anthony, but the other dude Anthony met up with me that said he was a truck driver. And he specifically didn't want to send me money on Cash App because he knew I might have his face and his Cash App name and stuff like that. So he gave me cash in hand for a favor, might I add. But he was like, this dude in the Audi, he came, once I felt him come out the store and get in his car, I turned around and went to go open the door. I didn't even want to look at him. I was basically like showing like, nigga, you don't mean shit to me, just like I don't mean shit to your ass, nigga. That type of attitude, because it's like you can feel it, and I got tired of that after a long time ago, dealing with these black dudes. And there's something demonic about they ass too, like when they go for certain, and it's not all of them, so don't get me wrong, y'all, it's not all of these, it's specific ones. And some of you women out there, you know what I'm talking about, because y'all see it. And I know some of y'all just be waiting for the right person to just speak on it and say it. That's why I know. But anyways, the dude that was sitting there in the Cadillac, I'm like, damn, bro. And y'all already see how it is when the gang stalking that happened is mostly red and blue that they use if it's not a white car. And now I picked up on the fact that they use gray cars, and they starting to try to peep up. Some of their handlers might be the ones that's in the green cars. or in the gray cars. That's what I figured out. It might be the handlers that's riding around in the gray ones, the dark gray cars, because I'm like they all play a role. And like what Welcome to the Awakening was saying, when he says something about they have handlers and they be looking at their handlers and stuff. David Lofton of the Scottish Rite Freemasons told me he is a handler, but he thought he was finna be my handler. But when he found out quick that I wasn't gonna be handled by him, that's when he had an attitude, and then he tried to get other people together to make them come after me, including police officers stalking me, like that night where I had the attempt to elude police officer case. That shit is on my motherfucking background, for real, for real. Shit. And that's why I didn't register the car in my name, because I already know if they seen that, if they pull, see, I keep seeing that green Prius over there with no license plate driving all around the place. No license plate, no trip permit, no nothing. Back then, that would be considered a stolen car. Now I know back then when I had a car that I had to break the window to get into it, and somebody had told the police that they think I'm riding around in a stolen car. And then the officer stopped me, and he saw I had all my credentials and I was legal and everything, and that the car did belong to me. That shit pissed me off, because it was a waste of time. Like, you motherfucker, I know that shit. They got their karma back by now, because that was years ago. That was back when I was much younger, and I didn't know. I was still pretty asleep. It's like I knew people did certain shit, but I was still asleep to the fact that things were orchestrated on a wider scale than I had imagined back then. And that's how nasty the devil is. Like, sometimes you don't even be thinking about certain stuff, but they motherfucking already thinking about it, because that's how much they focus on people that they want to stop and block. They study you so very well, to the point they watch your ass. They probably watching you through your phone, they using your family to watch your ass. Let me just put it like that, because I remember something happened in the past that didn't sit right with me, when my mom and dad told us that they was beating our ass because of what somebody else told them that we were doing in the house. I was like, that shit don't even make sense. And they was always quick to listen to what another motherfucker said. Just like that time I had told a story about on another video about how my family sided with a little boy that didn't even know me. He was laughing too, that evil wicked spirit in his motherfucking ass. His name was Lorenzo. We were staying in the Normandy Square Apartments in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and my dad and them tied me up and beat me all over because of some shit some motherfucker said that wasn't even true. It made it look like I was a liar when I told them the truth about what happened. It was like they was always ready to beat my ass and fuck me up for some shit that I didn't even do. That's why I'm like the way I am now. That's why I don't give a damn about what somebody think. Motherfuckers out there. Like the model bitch Heidi Kirkendall. I'm telling her about what the fuck was going on in the household, to have somebody to confide in, which was my fault. I shouldn't have trusted. I had learned a lesson from that shit. Then when she gonna wait till her bitch ass move out with her and her pilot husband move out, and then she want to give them all the notes and paper that I wrote about what was going on, and she gave it back to my mom and dad, which was probably the good thing to do, because that's why I know, like, this whole thing was orchestrated for me to get my son taken away from me, because my family used to get on me and said that they could have lost all of their kids because of what I had said. It was a lot of the shit I said on there was the truth, though. I can't even remember. I wanted to see the letters my motherfucking self. They was holding that shit over my head for years. And then my mom one time said, I was just starting to trust your ass. Now I don't trust you no more, because of something else that happened that was minuscule compared to what the thing I just told y'all about me, basically. And that was the only one time I had told my parents about some of the shit that they were doing. That's why I know that they hated my ass, because I had exposed them one time. But Heidi Kirkendall, she went and fucking gave them the papers back to them when I had told her what was going on. I was writing notes. It was like I was journaling, but I wrote the notes and I gave them to her, my stupid ass, at the time. But I learned lessons from the mistakes that I made. Shit, I was fucked up in the head. The shit I was going through as a child. That's why I feel bad for little kids that I see sometimes. It's like I can spiritually, intuitively pick up on their families not treating them right because of who they are to God, spiritually. And they were some hateful motherfuckers. And sometimes these will be the very people who go to motherfucking church every goddamn Sunday. And you wonder why I'm the way I am now. It'll take God to deal with me to make me more, uniform and sanctified. How y'all want me to be, like not saying curse words and talking street and gangster like I do. Nigga, that's because I'm real OG. I done been through some things. I was out here in these streets dealing with these fake motherfuckers that I didn't know were gang stalkers who was trying to set my ass up. That's why when Big Boogie, bitch, I'm big dude. When he had said he don't trust niggas, they'll kill you on a mission. I know what he talking about. They'll kill your ass on a mission. That's some shit they wanted to do anyways. Y'all go and do a mission together, they wind up killing your ass because they hating on your ass. Like these motherfuckers tried to set my ass up. How happened some of these same motherfucking people, these so-called Crip motherfuckers was out there in the streets. They working with Bloods doing some shit, but then they setting up their own Crip motherfuckers working with some Bloods. That's why I was gonna name one of these videos Reds posing as Blues. Bitch ass motherfuckers. And I don't even got nothing against Bloods like that, but it seems like nowadays everybody want to be a Blood just because it's trendy. I see why though, because there's a lot of these blue motherfuckers, these Crip niggas that go around acting like they Crips, but they working with the Bloods. They basically informants for the Bloods. That I remember I had a dream like that in the past, that I was blessed to not go in the military because there was somebody who was wearing a USA uniform, but they were from another country, and they were a traitor basically. It's like they gave up information about their own country, the country that they came from. Let's say Afghanistan, for example. Somebody from Baghdad was put on a USA uniform, and they infiltrated. They gave information to the USA Army, but they were working for Baghdad at the same time. They was a sellout on both sides, because it's like they helped the USA. They used the USA Army, or I was about to join the National Guard. I wanted to be a fighter pilot and join the Air Force. My mom didn't sign up for me to do that, and later on, like a couple years later, I decided I didn't want to do that no more. But I see that was a blessing in disguise. But anyway, it's like I be. Sometimes you just pick up on certain things and you just know without a shadow of a doubt. It's like it's something you can't explain, but you just know. But anyways, yeah, I was telling the dream. I might not have explained it too good, but y'all get what I'm trying to say about a betrayal. Like it's like the person was posing as they worked for the USA Army, and they had the uniform on, but they were working. They were from Baghdad, Afghanistan. In a dream I had, and I was glad. And then it's like they were shooting bullets at me, but the bullets was going around me instead of shooting me in that dream. 1313. I remember that dream. I was in my grandma's house, which was a haunted house where seances happen. So, and then I was just talking to somebody tonight. His motherfucking ass was called me. I told him I wasn't gonna deal with him no more from this day forward. Then he called me back, and I called him back just to see what he was talking about. And then I started telling him about some of the gang stalking stuff to see what he say, because that's how I peep who's who. I get your response, even if you be silent at certain times. It's like something that they can't control. It's like they be silent at the right time for me to know this motherfucker knows some shit. They just ain't trying to speak on it. And sometimes you will say to yourself, this person just might not know. No, they motherfucking know. There's something you can feel in that silence. I think that's all, y'all. I know this nigga know. That's why he keep getting off the phone now and tells us, oh, wait, I'll call you right back. 1414. Nigga, I'm already on y'all niggas before y'all was on me. And some of y'all niggas was on me, but I'm more on y'all niggas now than all the years that you spent being on me. And what I mean, like white on rice, like how they be watching you and stalking you and thinking that they know you so well, and then you pull out a wild card on their ass.